40. And only 10 of the archers remained on the mountain. But Khalid ibn al-Walid, now 10 is not like 50. Khalid ibn al-Walid was able to, and he was still kafir at that time, and he killed the 10 archers, and he came from the back of the army of Muslims and started to kill the Muslims. So a calamity happened because some of the people disobeyed the command of the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam. Ridwan, I just want to have a conversation with you. I told everyone before they leave, okay? I said, who is going to be the Amir of this hike? Did you listen or not?
Yeah.
Who was the Amir of the hike? Omar, فعينك يا عمر. Omar, you? No. No. Who did I say was going to be the Amir during the hike? Are you listening or not?
It was Rizwan.
Yeah, correct. Did you listen to me saying this? Okay. Did I tell you, Ridwan, that there has to be, and I gave the command, there has to be a leader at the front. No one is allowed to go ahead of the one at the front. And there has to be one at the back. And no one is allowed to be lagging behind the one at the back. And each one of them has a walkie-talkie to sync up. And you have the third one in the middle. Who did you appoint to be at the front, Ridwan?
Omar Siddiqui.
Who did you appoint to be at the back?
Adam Bilyamani.
Adam Bilyamani. So where is Adam Bilyamani? Omar Siddiqui, he came here and looks like he had to leave because, so describe to me, why don't we have all the boys, why some of the boys are still over there?
So
Now, as the Amir, you tell me why this was not applied. Who disobeyed?
So we were hiking normally, as we would, and we got up to a point where it was like a viewpoint. It was getting late already, and some people had to go, and we had parents with us. There was a small trail, very steep and very narrow, going down to the water, and a lot of the guys wanted to go. Obviously, I'm not one to prevent anybody from having fun.
So you gave them the permission to go?
No, I did not. We got there, and they were suggesting people want to go down.
Did they ask you explicitly for permission to go down or not?
No, but I told them after given the situation that we're in, I made the decision after getting shura from them. I made the decision. No one goes down there. So we sent Anas down there to just investigate the trail.
Okay.
But I said no one else besides Anas goes down there.
Okay.
And then the decision was made. It's too steep, and we have parents, and we're getting late. We have to turn back, and everyone needs to turn back. Okay, that was the decision that was made. I hope
you made this decision.
I made this decision,
And
we're
they
like,
did not listen and
let's
obey.
move. And we had related on walkie-talkies.
Can
and
you hold it
everything.
from the top, please?
We had related from on walkie-talkies and everything, and they knew. Okay, they knew. The main group started moving, but the person at the back, who was in charge, he just ditched. So a group of them, they decided, hey, this guy's being boring or whatever, and we came all this way. We want to swim, so we're just gonna go. We're gonna forget the group, and we're gonna forget what he said, and we're just gonna disobey him, and we're just gonna go. And so they went down. They went down, and I didn't know this because at some point, I wasn't sort of in the front, because we were heading down. Okay. So again, we at some point we came and there was like a river, and we stopped by the river, and people went in the water and stuff like that. So we had some water time, and then we came all the way down, and come to know they're not talking on the walkie-talkies anymore. Nothing's being relayed. Come to know, like right when we're about to leave, I call them, and they finally pick up, and they say, oh, we were actually swimming down there the entire time, and we just got to the checkpoint that we just had. That we initially were at, and we went back. Oh, we just got back there now after swimming. And at that point, I was just furious, and I just left. So
can you give me all the mistakes? Can you give me an analysis of all the mistakes that happened from your side and from their side? As a leader, how could you have done better? And for them, what are the mistakes that they have done in terms of disobeying their Amir? This is important, ya Shabab. As a group, the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam says, if three go out on a trip, they must appoint an Amir. This is the sunnah of the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam. And the Amir is to be listened to and obeyed in everything related to the matter of this trip. Now, Ridwan, I want to get some analysis from you. What are the mistakes and how things could have been better from your side and from their side?
Frankly, I don't think I made a mistake.
Mhm.
Okay, if I'm gonna be the appointed, I don't want to sound like a dictator, but if I'm the appointed Amir of this group,
Yes, you did. I
And
did appoint you
did-
as the Amir explicitly.
I made shura with everyone else. A lot of people wanted to go down, but there was, there's other things, like parents and the time constraint, and I made the decision to go back. I don't think I did anything wrong. Okay, I have the full right to make
And
this
you
decision.
communicated this decision.
This decision was very
was com-
clear.
was
Decision-
communicated
No
clearly
one
to
is
them.
allowed to go down there, and I made it
Okay.
very clear. Okay,
And
but
they
people they don't want to
disobeyed?
listen.
They disobeyed and they didn't listen and they went down.
Yeah, they went down. So there's nothing. Yeah. So I don't see anything wrong from my side. Maybe they could tell me what I did wrong. But at the end of the day, like
Were you supposed to leave or were you supposed to wait? Or were you supposed to go or send someone else to get the walkie-talkie and replace Adam Bilyamani?
we left, and we made it clear that we're all leaving, and the expectation was that everyone left. At some point, they turned around and they left, or they went away. So it was unknown to me. So my impression was that they're on the way down, but come to know they're not on the way down.
But didn't we say that the one at the front needs to wait and sync up with the one at the back using the walkie-talkies? And if there is no communication, he should be waiting for the ones at the back?
Yeah, that was communicated. There was no communication from the walkie-talkies. We stopped by the river. There was like a river in between, in the middle.
No, the
on
question
our way
is,
down.
what
We
were you
stopped and we were
supposed to make sure that the one at the front and the one at the back are communicating with each other to move as one group or not?
They had walkie-talkies. I guess I didn't enforce that enough.
Okay, so maybe next time you want to enforce this enough.
Sure.
So, what are the mistakes that they have done?
It's very simple. Like they just split from the group, which I don't care what happens, but you can't just split from the group when we're out doing
But
something like this.
do they have to listen and obey if they disagree? They believe that they want to swim
No.
in the water. They believe that they want to swim in the water because they came all the way to the water to swim. So they listen and obey to you, but they only according to their judgment. What do you think if someone claims this?
I think that if an Amir or a leader is established in a group and everyone is okay with this leader, and he gives a command, that the command should be listened and obeyed to. And
Even if they disagree?
even if they disagree.
Subhanallah, this is weird. So, I thought listening and obeying, I listen and obey only if I like. Or listening and obeying, it has to be done all the
if they
time.
want to be disobedient, and they can have all the fun they
Where are
want.
the girls? I hope the girls are listening to this. Where are the rest of the girls? The girls need this message. Wallahi, the girls need this message more than the boys. This is why we wanna make sure that this video is made public, Sheikh Muhammad. Okay. So coming back, yes, they have been raising up his hand. Yes, Snackman. I'm gonna come back to you, Ridwan.
About the situation, you said that like their opinion, they went all this way up to the Gamat because they wanted to swim in the cold water and everything. Even before they had left, we had already agreed that when we come back to the Canteen land, we could swim in the river, and we could also swim while coming back on like the different parts of the waterfall. So they still would get what they wanted to, like they still swim where they wanted to.
Snackman. The point is not, yes, you had this discussion with them, but the end of the day, my question is, given that they didn't listen and obey the leader, is it a mistake or not from their side? Even if they were right, but there was an Amir that was appointed, correct? And they decided not to listen to and obey. My question to you, did they do a mistake because they didn't listen and obey? Or, no, we listen and obey only and only if we agree, and we listen and obey only and only based on our judgment. Let's get Yusuf and then start.
You know, this reminds me of.
Everybody of nothing, okay? We're talking about the hiking.
Yeah. This reminds me of when in the Khalifa of Abu Bakr, and people were arguing whether to fight the people of Ridda. Umar ibn al-Khattab came up to him and said, maybe it's not the right time to fight them. Maybe we should just fight the people who are really going astray, and we can leave the people who are not paying zakats later. But even someone as great as Umar ibn al-Khattab, when Abu Bakr told him, no, we're gonna fight the people of Ridda, he listened and obeyed. No one questioned his rule.
You asked the question. You said like, do we think are they wrong for not doing what Imam Ridwan did? Like said, okay, or are they not wrong because it's like their opinion? In my opinion, okay, they're entirely wrong because despite the we have a leader here, a leader who has been appointed, and we're supposed to follow what he says. That's like how we have order. He told them not to go down, and even the only reason what's his name, Anas went down is because Radwan told him to go down just to go check the trail and see if it's actually safe. Okay, and despite that, he went down. He stayed there instead of coming back up, and he even allowed his brother to come with him and a bunch of other people. And all this was like not even supposed to happen. In the end, I don't even know where they are. They're probably dead.
طيب يا شباب, it is part of our deal to listen and obey to the Amir, okay? But Ridwan, why do you want them to listen and obey to you? Why do you want them to glorify you? Who are you so that they glorify you and listen and obey to you? Sorry, I'm taking my revenge in a different way.
For sure, like obviously I'm nothing, but if I'm a person that's qualified, or if I'm a person that is appointed by someone else, leader of a group, then I must be listening and obey to, because what's the point of the group? What's the point of the group? If each person says, "Oh, we came up all the way, and we think that we should swim and we should not go back," then what's the point of the group? There's no point of any organization of anything if the leader is not being listened and obeyed to, and each person does whatever they want to do. Then there's no point of an organization. There's no point of a group. Okay.
But you look like very tough, Ridwan. Whenever I see your face was angry.
I was extremely angry.
You look like very tough, Ridwan. Every time people talk to you, looks like you are very kind of, you go nervous, you keep yelling at people. You are horrible, Ridwan. I don't know. Why were you angry? They just wanted to swim. They didn't listen and obey to you. Where were you angry? There's no reason to be angry.
I'm angry partly because I'm hungry. And I get very cranky when I'm hungry. So this is why you see this side of me. Other side is that I feel like I'm what's it called? There's no point in appointing me as a leader if nobody's gonna listen to me. I feel like whatever, just their colleague or whatever, they don't have to listen anybody to me. And again, I'm not trying to sound as a dictator, and I don't want to be a dictator.
But you don't want to be a useless leader as well. If you are a leader, you have to be a leader.
Of course.
Do not let people threaten you by saying you are going to be a dictator or whatever. You are a leader, you must be listened to and obeyed.
I made shura.
Everyone was going to say that you are a dictator, so that they remove your rights to be listened to and obeyed are garbage. You are the leader, you must be listened to and obeyed.
Yes.
And you will feel better when you eat, inshallah.
Yeah, I definitely feel better when I eat.
Again, ya shabab.
And what's it called? And it's kind of really, what really pissed me off was that when I was on the phone with them, and they said, "Oh, we came all this way to swim, so we're gonna swim." That was very like, okay, like what's your point then? Okay, we're just gonna leave you, khalas, like you don't have to stay with the group.
Yes.
And what's it called? They left the group, to have their own fun. Okay. But the majority of the group, we stopped at the river, we had some fun and stuff like that. So where do you think the barakah lies in the group? Do you think the group that listened and obeyed, and we had a great time, mashallah, we had a very, good time coming back, and it was a great time coming back? Or do you think the people that are, they left the group, they had their own fun, what group do you think has the barakah? Allah knows, but I just have a feeling which group has the barakah.
Jazakallah khair. So just a punishment for them.
I don't know. I'm not a person of punishment, so I couldn't tell you.
How should we punish them, ya shabab? Yes.
I know one.
Huh?
Cook them tomorrow for the win.
Okay. Yes, that man. Do you have punishment, Abdurrahman? Should we beat them up or what? Okay. Yes.
So we take them to the lake, and they cannot eat.
They cannot, no food for them.
Yep.
Okay, actually, I punished people before in some of the camps when they didn't listen and obey by not feeding them. Who was in the camp when I
Or you could lock them up in the
when I made Mustafa Namatallah not eat the food because he disobeyed? Was there anyone in that camp? It was in the very old days. He woke up late. He woke up late at the camp, and his punishment is no food for you, Mustafa. And then he tried to sneak and get inside the van from behind my back to get some food because he was hungry. And I made him regret doing this. فأجين طيب يا شباب the بركة يا شباب is in listening and obeying to the Amir. Yes, snack man.
I think
Is the food ready يا بنات?
I think a very reasonable punishment would be as follows. They said that they wanted to go swim for their hard work, so let's let them swim for the rest of their life. Therefore, we just drown them.
يا شباب, if you do not learn how to listen and obey, we as a group, we are going to be useless. We will never move forward. Expect more and more and more Uhud if we do not listen and obey. We need to teach you from a young age. If there is an Amir, if the Amir is not commanding you to do something haram, you must listen and obey. Same. Assalamu alaikum. Same on the girl's side. And we want to make sure that the girls get this message, because recently some of the girls admins, they had problems in their heart listening and obeying. And this is bad. And unfortunately, some of the moms have been encouraging them to disobey. So whenever you become moms or whenever you grow up, make sure you encourage your kids and you teach your kids from a young age. If you have an Amir, you must listen and obey to the Amir as long as he is not commanding you to do something haram. If you encourage your kids to disobey the Amir, you are teaching your kids garbage. Make sense, ya shabab? Boys, next time, and girls, if I appoint an Amir on the boy's side or on the girl's side, it becomes part of your deen to listen and obey to the Amir. If you do not listen and obey in a hiking trip, you will not listen and obey whenever it is a matter of khilafah, whenever it is a matter of deen. And may Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala protect us from disobedience. Okay? Now, shabab, make sure you feed Ridwan well, so he gets out of this mood. And also make sure you feed me well, because also I was in a bad mood because of some people disobeying me from the girls' side. But alhamdulillah, we have enough girls who are, mashallah, still willing to listen and obey. Jazakumullah khair, shabab. After we are going to eat right